Nick.
How you doing?
How are you?
Doing great. It's nice day.
How's the operation feeling lately? Yeah, obviously yesterday's a good day for you guys.
Operation's been awesome. We work in, day out to just really perfect it. And the chemistry is there. So we do joke around sometimes, but we're just there to just do our jobs.
How are you feeling after that 4-for-4 performance? Add the extra points in there. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Just went out there, did my job. Gotta really just give all the glory to God. But I didn't actually know I hit 4. I thought I hit 3. So I found that out after the game. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Really, all the credit goes to the guys up front. Working all week and really the whole season. So just keep going.
One point that Mike Vrabel made was like all the different guys that were needed on the protection because of the injuries. From your perspective, like I would imagine you're probably not too focused on that during the game, but maybe something you see after in review or something, like could you shed light on that part?
I mean, I trust, whoever goes in there, I trust them, really with the operation, and I trust that they're going to do their jobs, and that's exactly what they do, whoever is on there. And also you had unfortunate injuries, pop in, and we're just, glad that, people are stepping up. It's all hands on deck.
Are you assuming when you guys are down by the goal line that Vrabel's going to want to go for it? How do you balance that in your job? Are you continuing to kick on the sideline? Do you wait for the call? Like, how does it work for you? Because they've been, the offense has been pretty aggressive in terms of going for it.
Really, I treat like whenever, even if it's 4th and 1, I'm still right there acting like if we're gonna go for a field goal. It's just a routine I have, and just to get me in that mindset in case we do, just take a timeout and then go hit a field goal, so it doesn't catch me by surprise. So yeah, I just kind of treat it like we're always going for a field goal, even though I know we're probably going for it.
Can you give us some context to the play where it landed in the ending zone and then bounced in? Was that something you were trying to intentionally do, and what goes into kickoff?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I'm playing. Yeah, I kind of mishit it, and I really thought it was going out of bounds. So my heart kind of sank a little bit. I was like, oh no. Then lucky bounce and goes in, but as every kicker says, it did that on purpose. So.
There's been a lot of talk about the camaraderie across position groups. Have you gotten a chance to get to know anybody like outside of your special teams group, and just how would you describe the team chemistry across the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, I try to get along with everyone. In years, I've had people say like the specialists are kind of like the glue to the whole team, just because kind of just get along with everyone. That's kind of what I try to do, just be there for everyone, and the camaraderie is awesome. The chemistry is through the roof. So it's awesome. It's really just a brotherhood, like a family.
Where do you think that came from, or like how do you think that was able to start? It feels like it's a pretty defining quality for this team.
I think it's just that we all bought in, just to the plan, and we all may have different personalities, but we all try to have the same mindset. So that definitely helps a lot.
How much does Brendan's score specifically mean to your special teams unit? And from your perspective, how did it feel obviously seeing him have to leave the game?
He's big part of, just special teams in general. Even on field goal, like he's not really in there, but I know that if he looks at me, he's like, all right, yeah, it is going in, like you're good. But yeah, I saw him go down. So we were all just concerned, and he's in good spirits. He's doing good.
And you're getting ready for your first New England winter. How do you get ready to kick in the cold?
I'm practicing it. So it's really just adapting, day in, day out. You just got to adapt to your environment. That's not something I can control. So really just going out there and just not really changing anything, just keep it the same, just so I'm not out of my routine.
Do you have any superstitions that you've developed that you can share? I know there's some other guys in the locker room
who we've talked to who have developed just this season, things that they feel like are helping things go?
Yeah, for me, it's I listen to the same 4 songs before preseason or before the game, um, and I try to wear the same cleats because I switched cleats and I missed one, so I went back to the red cleats. So it's just little things like that.
What are the songs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
get
never
that
know.
playlist or are we like
Um, it's I try to keep it personal, um, but if you hear just in the air tonight, just know that's probably me.
Sorry. There's been a lot of 60-yard field goals and more this year. You hoping at some point get a crack at crossing the 60-yard?
I mean, hey, if I have the opportunity, I'll take it. But I'm just taking whatever opportunity arises, and at the end of the day, it's on God's plan, and if it's in God's plan for me to hit a 60-something yarder, then so be it. That's what it has to be.
When you're daydreaming a little bit and you see highlights of somebody else making one of those, you think, man, that'd be fun to give it a shot.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like for example, like Cam Little, that's one of my best friends, and seeing him hit a 70 in preseason, 68 in a season, and have the record, that's just awesome. So proud of him, and also you want to be in that position as well, but just kind of how the dominoes fall.
What's the longest you've ever hit in a practice or whatever situation, just messing around with someone?
70.
Then here.
No, here, I'm sorry, I probably hit like a 65 around there.
Practice.
Yeah, practice. Just on my own.
I do want to ask you because you had practiced in it, and the Thursday night game, I guess, was pretty cold. But what's the biggest difference about kicking in the cold? Is it the footballs themselves? Is it the footing? What is it for you?
For me, it's just staying warm, really. Just because obviously I might be just standing on the sideline watching the game. I try to be engaged as much as possible, but really it's just staying warm. So really, I just on the sideline, just stay in front of a heater, like as much as possible. And whenever I actually need to go warm up kicking, then just go to the net and then go out there and do my job.
What's the coolest game you played in?
Thursday night's definitely up there, but I think it was the Pinstripe Bowl. I played with Miami. It was like raining. I think it was like low 30s in New York. So
You haven't played in the snow yet.
no, I have not. I'm excited though. So
Seen snow?
yes, I have.
Do we have to change the cleats if it snows, or do you just change the studs, or how?
I mean, as of right now, I'm probably not gonna change anything. And obviously, if it snows a lot, then I'll probably go with like a football cleat, just a little bit more traction on my plant foot.
Kicker can be a very suspicious position. How do fans go about showing their appreciation when you're having success without, potentially jinxing anything?
I mean, I've had a whole bunch of people just saying, "Oh, thank you for the fantasy points." I'm like, okay, cool, you're welcome. But yeah, mostly it's just I just be like, "Oh, good job." Like, I try not to really, let like the praise kind of take control or anything. Just stay level-headed because at any given moment, it could just go really good or really bad. So just try to stay neutral.
Eddie, college is obviously different, but navigating around a holiday during the week, I'm assuming you were prepping for a bowl or a conference title game. Anything you can take from those experiences into this week? Is it such a time management or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, really, this week I'm just treating it like any other week. Obviously, Thanksgiving is this week, but my family's down in Miami, so probably just be at home with the wife and the dogs. So
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
appreciate you.
Mike, what's up, dog?
How you
Good.
doing? So, welcome.
Thank you for having me today.
Thanks for coming.
Let's finish strong in that game. What was the mindset for you in terms of just finishing strong?
I mean, I guess the biggest thing is that the game is on the line, and we needed to stop, and it was so much that game was so important to us for a number of reasons. One of the reasons being our teammate Jelani had a rough week, and he was heavy on our hearts. And before the game, we wanted to play for him and make it about our family within this facility. And then just getting win number 10. So it was huge. And down that stretch, we knew the game was on us. And, the mindset is just win the game. So whatever we got to do to win the game, that's what I wanted to do.
How would you describe the emotions in the locker room? You mentioned Jelani after the game. I think you guys FaceTimed him.
Man, it was one of those moments where we felt like a family, like a real family. And that's what football is all about. It's about creating that brotherhood, having each other's back on and off the field. So just to be able to FaceTime him after a tough win, and to see his smile and to see him in better spirits was everything for us. That's what it's all about, man. We still are praying for him and his family, and we're still hoping for the best. But getting that win for him was everything for us.
You've been on a lot of good teams, playoff teams, Super Bowl teams. How important are those bonds and those relationships in such a long season when we go through so much?
It is really important because I think the best teams are the teams that play for one another, like truly, like not just talk about it or, make it like a gimmick. Like, yeah, we're like, but actually you feel it and there's action behind it. And we this group got together a couple months ago, coaching staff, players, and just the way that Coach Vrabel has been able to have us bond, the way he's been running the show, the way he walks through the building and carries himself. And one of the first things he told us was like, don't take yourself too serious in this building, man. And I guess that kind of like alleviated all of the tension that may come into a football building, because being in the NFL, it can be high intensity environments. Everybody wants to be good. Everybody wants to do a good job to protect their job. But he kind of alleviated that when he just, came off just being a cool guy, personable, players coach. And, he bought us with that, and everybody kind of bought into it. And we kind of created this quick brotherhood and this bond between each other where we want to play for each other, but we also want to play for him.
How close have you gotten with Christian and Marcus, and what's it been like playing with those guys?
Those are my guys, man. And we're all so much alike, especially like, even me and Gonzo. And it's just so many similarities that we have that brings us closer together, aside from just being a competitor, but just how our personalities are. Smart dudes, instinctive, competitive, but also really chill, also really, cool guys out off the field. And, when you're able to like be friends and kind of, like each other without the job, I think it makes your job easier because you're just more relatable. So I love playing with those guys, and, we want to just keep getting better.
I want to word this right, so I'm going to say it carefully, but when you see how everybody reacted to Jelani, does that enhance playing for each other because you were going through something and you see one of your players going through something, that guys rally around him like that, those things translate naturally onto the field because you see how much you come together personally? Does that then come together the same way on the football field because of that?
Yeah, I think that is a direct translation, being that we are here for football, but it's transpired into something bigger than that off the field. Like I said, like a brotherhood. So, when I guess anybody's going through something that personal, and we're able to, and he can feel the love of us. Gibby had a speech before we went out there. He just kind of talked about Jelani and how he felt the brotherhood and how he wanted to go out there and play for him. And we all felt the same way. Like, we all felt the same way because it's just going back to what I was saying before. Like, the way Coach has kind of like structured this and made us close and kind of like got us in this, I guess, brotherhood relationship. it's easy to do it. It's not even like it's a force. It's not even like we're trying to do like more than what we should be doing. Like we just want to do it. Like guys just want to be at the hospital with them. Like guys just want to check up on them. Like it's really natural. I can't even explain like how or why it's happening, but it's just natural for us to want to be there for each other. And we've won so many games together. We've grinded through the off season into the season together. And you can say playing in games in the NFL is hard, but also winning games in the NFL is hard. And when you're able to do that, you create a bond because you've accomplished something that you've put so much work into. And I think when you start to win more, you start to bond more, and you start to um, just have more love for each other because you know the guy next to you isn't just talk. Like he really wants to play for you. And the same thing with Jelani's situation. Like it isn't just talk that we support each other, but guys are really supporting him and checking up on him and still in contact and still like praying for him. Like I prayed a couple times this week just for his family. And I can't say uh, I've had a stronger bond anywhere else.
Okay. You mentioned Coach Vrabel saying early on, don't take yourself too seriously in this building.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen? Was it in like the team meeting? Was it walking by you one day, or and what?
He was just like in front of everybody, team meeting. He was just kind of laying the land for how he wants it to be around here. He kind of joked about how he would walk into the cafeteria when he first came here, and people would be quiet and they would talk, but as soon as he walked in, they would like tense up a little bit, and he didn't like that, so he kind of brought it to our attention in the team meeting and just kind of addressed it and talked about how he wanted everybody to just be comfortable, because I guess you get the best out of everybody when they're comfortable and not when they're all tensed up and scared to make a mistake and just on edge. It's not a way to really get the best out of people. So when he addressed that, I guess everybody kind of felt him in that moment. And he's the same way. It's not like he's saying something that he's not doing. He comes in there, he cracks jokes. He's always on point about what's going on, but he also allows us to be ourselves and allows us to be human.
Is there anything he did to help you guys get to know each other better, like especially when you all first got here? Aside from let's not take ourselves too seriously. Were there activities, were there games that you guys did to help everybody get to know each other?
In the spring, we did a lot of like activities. I remember one activity he had us put like a blindfold on, and we were matched up with a partner who was somebody who wasn't in our position group. So it was somebody who we probably wouldn't talk to that much, but he had us match up with them, and we was doing like this blindfold game, and it was a trust, kind of game. And I remember that vividly. I was matched up with Pop Douglas, and him being a Florida boy, being from Jacksonville, we kind of bonded through that. But it was different type of activities that he had us do, and at the moment, I'm like, what are we doing? But it actually made us, through those drills, you start to see guys like come together and guys create camaraderie, and it worked. And you start to see a change.
Can you tell us more about the activity? So you're wearing a blindfold and then...
Yeah, we're wearing a blindfold and we're kind of just going through this like maze or this obstacle course, and the guy is just coaching you up like, take 2 steps forward, hop over this object, take 2 steps to the side. And he has to literally lead you through this obstacle course. So it's like a trust kind of game. And at first you kind of like, all right, like don't mess me up, bro. But it went really well. A lot of the guys did good at it, and it became something that was really competitive for us. We all wanted to just win it, and it created a good brotherhood for us, and allowed us to, like I said, talk to people who we wouldn't even talk to, like on a daily basis. So that was a really good activity for us, and I remember that activity because I was like, again, like I'm not putting a blindfold on and going through this, and I don't know this guy, but just doing it, man, it gave me all the trust I needed to move forward and to start to open up to these guys.
Do you remember who won?
No, it was like 20 different groups. Okay. It was like top times for sure, but I'm not too sure who won exactly. So
we've heard about the offensive linemen getting together for dinners. I know a lot of wide receivers wear like red pants or red shorts. Does the cornerback room have anything special?
Yeah, we we've been to dinner a couple times, and I don't know. We don't do anything weekly, but I don't know, man. We have a strong bond. Um, yeah, we don't do anything weekly, but we do celebrate each other. We went out to dinner for Marcus when he got his big contract, and we all celebrated with him. Um, so yeah, I can't really say we do, but I don't think that uh, changes who we are to each other and our relationship because we work so closely together. We're always with each other. I mean, I know it's good to be with each other, but guys have lives too, so they tend to take care of their personal life when they're away. But yeah, we have a good bond in our room.
Patriots shared a video of Mike talking to you guys after the game, and one of the things he said was, we wanted to be the first team to get to 10 wins. Do you remember when that goal was set and what you thought at the time?
We're kind of a week to week team as far as goals, and that was just one of the goals this week to get to 10, be the first team in the NFL to get to 10. So when he said that, he's always finding ways, creative ways to kind of motivate us and keep us going because it's a long season, and sometimes it can be mundane and it's week after week and we're doing the same thing, and he finds ways to keep it interesting and keeps us excited about playing football, man. And who would not want to be the first team to get to 10 wins and make that a goal. Like I think it was like 2 weeks ago we was like playing for the NFC South championship. So it's like he's always creating these little goals and ways to keep us ready and prepared and motivated to go out there and play football. So I appreciate him for that because I've been in this league for 8 years and I know how it can get, especially when you have a long season, especially when you include playoffs. So, yeah, he keeps everybody involved for sure, and it's a great way, and it's been helping us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, no problem.